essential oil helps to calm the nerves, eases stress and anxiety. Oh, hey, let me put my book down here. So I've been tagged by Christopher David Bailey, IAMCDB, to do a candlelight shave. Oop, I forgot my brush. Hang on. Now, I'm not sure the original intent of the candlelight shave, but I decided to accept this challenge and do it because I need to educate you men about how it's okay to own candles. Christopher David Bailey has candle shamed all of us, and I, for one, do not appreciate his gender stereotyping or his candle phobia. Whatever statistics he drummed up about 13% of men own candles or use candles, well, that means like 40% of men are lying. Real men use candles. What did he say? Oh yeah, I could see where if like a shaving artisan did candles with scents from their shaving soaps, men might like that.
Boom, boom, chicka, wow, wow.
Hello, Chiseled Faces Sherlock candle and Chiseled Faces Ghost Town Barber candle. I'll link them in the description below. It's in another scent as well. It's not in Midnight Stag, so I'd love to see them do it in Midnight Stag. I'd love a Midnight Stag candle. That'd be amazing. Or if you go to your Hobby Lobby, you can get one called Barbershop. They actually have several. I have one called Grandpa's Chair, but I don't know what Grandpa's Chair smells like because it depends on what he had for lunch. I guess it's actually supposed to smell like a pipe because it has a picture of a pipe, and I guess he smokes his pipe in his chair. Grandpa does. There's a great company called Archipelago. They have a scent called Black Forest. It's very masculine scent, lots of evergreen in there, great candle. And I picked this up like in the back of TJ Maxx, warm pipe tobacco, just so you know, the candles are out there for men. So men, do not be ashamed to use candles. It's okay. In discovering scents and appreciating scents, I discovered 2 of the essential oils among many that have very powerful properties in terms of helping you deal with anxiety and stress, are the essential oils of lavender and bergamot. So in the spirit of the essential oils of bergamot and lavender, we're going to use Stirling's Bergamot Lavender Shave Soap, the Bergamot Lavender Aloe and Witch Hazel Splash, and the Bergamot Lavender Balm, all from Stirling. We're also going to use the Stirling Little Brother brush to lather, and I'm using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements copper double open comb Ascension Twist adjustable razor with a feather blade on its 3rd use. One of the things I love about Stirling is that a lot of their soaps are scented with only essential oils and not with fragrance oils. Now that's a minority of them there, but there are still a lot of them. And if you go into the soap section, you can click on essential oils as one of the characteristic options or how they're scented, and see only the ones that are scented with essential oils. And one of those is bergamot and lavender. I can tell you, I've looked at the studies on essential oils, and my sister was actually selling them a number of years ago, and I was kind of resisting her trying to sell me some because I kind of thought it was a little bit of like snake oil kind of thing, you know, voodoo, hocus pocus, fraudulent claims. But I used my research skills, I'm a trained researcher, to go out there and review the literature on essential oils. And I found that essential oils like lavender and bergamot and peppermint and orange, particularly mandarin orange, there's many, many others, have a lot of great properties related to health benefits, including mental health benefits. And lavender is one of the ones that is really good for stress. Bergamot helps with depression, as does peppermint. Now, it's not a cure for depression, but it does help elevate your mood. It also gives you energy. And this has been shown in study after study. Peppermint actually helps to relieve nausea. And when I had my hernia repair surgery a couple of years ago, I came out of surgery and was really nauseous, and they'd given my wife these alcohol prep pads for me to sniff to keep me from getting sick, and my wife decided to switch to the peppermint oil that she actually had in her purse. She had a little peppermint oil inhaler. They make such. I'll link it below. She handed that to me, and it worked much better than the alcohol prep pads, to the point that the nurse went and got some of the other nurses to come in and look at the little inhaler that we had. But yeah, I was rolled out of the hospital with a barf bag in one hand and the peppermint essential oil inhaler in the other. Wet the face, and we'll get in here and lather up in Candlelight. Can't even see me currently. Hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate the tag from Chris, even though he's a candle phobe and is gender typing us men and telling us we shouldn't be using the candles. Actually, he didn't say that. He said it was fine. Actually, you know what I think would be a great thing? I'm halfway kidding, but I'm halfway not. If you have Christopher David Bailey's address, send him a candle. I think that's what we should do. Everybody that has his address, send him a candle. It's just to inundate him with candles. Force him to do his favorite candle review. Let's get a little more water on this. I meant to find out who was the originator of this challenge, to sort of find out their original purposes. I'm going to assume it was just the challenge of, using a sharp object on your face in Candlelight, but I know people have done blindfolded before, so I'm not real sure the purpose. But my purpose is to send a message: real men use candles. Let's get in here with the Ascension Twist double open comb copper razor. I'm going to be tagging one person in this shave to do the Candlelight shave, and that is Nurse Dave, Nurse Dave Shaving World. And the reason I'm tagging Nurse Dave on my steam shave by saying that I should just do me, do what I want to do, like drop some lavender oil on my video light, turn on some Yanni. First of all, I don't listen to Yanni. Right now, if I dropped lavender oil on my video light, we'd have a fire. Good first pass. This shave is really bothering me. Primarily because I've been working so hard on my video lighting, trying to improve my lighting in my videos. So to switch it up to Candlelight is a little disturbing to me. Okay, let's go across the grain. I've done a couple shaves where I've recorded just the aftershave portions for part of my next series or next video in the aftershave series. In the first one, I covered Aqua Velva and reviewed 6 different Aqua Velva products and ended up ranking them from my least favorite to most favorite. And now I'm working my way through 5 different versions of Petrolon. So as I get another couple shaves done by using Petrolon aftershaves, I'll be able to do that ranking video and get that posted. I've actually had more and more viewers reach out to me requesting specific topics related to men's mental health. I'm going to be starting work on that, on a series of men's mental health videos, as I've talked about wanting to do previously. Okay, let's get in here for this third pass, get lathered up. This Stirling Bergamot Lavender smells great, and again, it's scented only with essential oils, meaning there's no fragrance oils added. And as I think Rod and Mandy describe it, it's like if lavender had a peel, then this is what this would smell like. If you're not familiar with bergamot, it's actually a citrus fruit, and it's used a lot in Earl Grey tea. If you go to Fragrantica and search for fragrance notes in their perfume search area, the one that shows up at the top, I think, is bergamot. I think it's one of the most common, if not the most common, fragrance in men's EDTs and EDPs. Against the grain. Just going to do some pickups here in the usual suspect areas where I usually have some pickups to do. Let's see what it feels like. Down here in the swirls, as I call them. Sorry, I'm not talking as much as I normally do. There's something about doing this candlelight shave. I don't know if it's concentration, although I can't say I'm concentrating any more than I usually do, or just something about candlelight tends to make you kind of sit in silence. I know that every year at Christmas, my family and I do we do during the Advent season, do an Advent wreath with candles, and it's a really a special time for my family, and we tend to be, pretty quiet during those times. We'll do a devotional or whatever, but it's also a time to just be reflective and listen. So there's something about candlelight that triggers for me kind of that wanting to be kind of still and quiet. A little more water. Try this off. Now you can get the Bergamot Lavender in an alcohol splash from Stirling, but I don't have that, and I might not use it right now, even if I did have it, because of open flame. But what I do have is I have the witch hazel and alcohol splash from Stirling. Their witch hazel and alcohol splashes, to me, are the best witch hazels out there. I mean, better than Thayer's or Humphrey's. The aloe in here, along with the scents that they have. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my Thayer's and my Humphreys, but there's a creaminess to Stirling's witch hazel and aloe splashes that I can't describe. I think they might have a little more aloe in them than, say, some of the other toners out there. But I can't say that specifically. I just mean, you know, compared to Thayer's and Humphrey's, because Thayer's and Humphrey's, they don't really have like a white appearance to them. And when you use the most of the alcohol and witch hazel splashes from Stirling, they have a little bit of a whitish tint to them. And there may be other ingredients in there that are causing that, but it just has it's not, you know, creamy in the balm sense. It just has there's a bit more of like a silky type feel to their witch hazels. And their Texas on Fire witch hazel and aloe splash is one of my favorites, but I probably have 6 or 7 of their witch hazel and aloe splashes. And they used to, I'll put it up on the screen here and link it below if they still do. They used to get several samples, something like 4 samples for $10 or something like that. And you can actually get quite a bit of use out of those. Now, speaking of which, I've been using the Stirling sample of sheep, unscented sheep shaving soap, and I've used it in the aftershave series. And so far, I've gotten 4 shaves out of a sample, and it looks like I could still probably get 3 or 4 more. So their samples go a really long way. A really good bargain to try out different scents. Same thing for their alcohol splashes. Let's get in here and get the balm, the Bergamot Lavender balm. This video lighting is going to be horrible, but hopefully you've at least been able to hear my voice. I would tell you if I knew if I had any nicks, but I can't really see, so it feels like a good shave. So I appreciate the tag from Chris. Hopefully we can get you over your candle phobia, and maybe we can start a drive to have several candles inundate your house so that you can get over that fear, and you can join us real men in the candle world who are man enough to not be afraid to use a candle. So yeah, I'm tagging you, Nurse Dave. Get your Yanni out, or your Enya, or your Barry Manilow, or whatever it is you listen to, in a glass of wine, and you know, drop some lavender oil on your bathroom lights, and knock yourself out. Well, you can't use your bathroom lights; you'll have to use a candle. So don't drop anything on the candle, but you know, turn on your essential oil diffuser. Don't act like you don't have one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next sort of normal video. Take care, man.